to feel
Right.
on a stage. But you know what? You're doing it. And that's what
Thank you.
I like about the fact that you're doing Patti LaBelle. Now, you know, like 2 years ago or 3 years ago, Patti LaBelle, maybe even, I think 5 years ago, she started selling her sweet potato pies.
Hmm.
Now, you know, everybody has made all kinds of sort of jokes or this and that about the pies and all kinds of things. But for some reason, 2 years ago, I think the boy's name is Cedric. He went on YouTube just playing around. I think because Patty was his idol, and he went and got the sweet potato pies from Walmart,
Hmm.
and he came home and he did this little satire about eating the Patty LaBelle pie, and it
Hmm.
just doing all the screeching and this, you know, the sounds she makes. Now, I like the fact that he did what he did for his idol and for the fact of just he saw an opportunity to either make himself famous or just was just being funny and it just went viral. The
Hmm.
thing about the eating the pie and then screaming. What did you think of that? I know you've seen the
Um,
story.
I did see the one with James. I don't know the Cedric guy, but I did see the one with the guy James Wright. I know James. Me and James been in the same area, like grew up together for years, so we've been knowing each other for at least 15 years.
Mhm.
When he did the video and it went viral, I was happy for him because that's my friend, and I was happy
Mhm.
for her so people could finally know that she has stepped out there. Um, and it was just great. But I knew her pies is out, and I've been to a couple of WalMarts, and I wanted to just see them, but they was always gone. So she was doing pretty good with the sales, but when he came and did the video, then it went viral and all of that, I was happy for both of them on both sides. So
Wonderful. Now, now I see that you have been. I saw the show. Where were you at when you were doing the show? And you looked like you was in an arena or a gigantic theater, and you were doing the Patty with the long purple coat with the feathers. Or
oh, I was in I think that was London.
you know
I think we was in London at that time.
that must have felt incredible.
It was, and that wasn't like the first time I was able to perform her in something really big like that. But
Hmm.
to actually have that on camera, like from start to finish, it was just mind blowing because when you impersonate your characters and stuff, little things that they do that you just wish, oh, I wish I had that moment just to be able to walk, through the crowd when it first opened up, like a concert form or whatever it was. And the fact that I was able to have Latrice's husband Christopher record that for me, and he was right behind me and got a glimpse of everything. It was amazing. My mom seen it; she loved it. My aunties and cousins, they were like, "Oh my gosh, all them people!" Like, whoa, because it was a lot of people. But it felt good to be able to do that. To live
You
out
know, the
my
good thing
dream.
about that, Jasmine, is this: is that you worked at it and you got what you wanted from it.
Hmm.
And the
Hmm.
audience responded to you like you were the real Patti LaBelle.
I
And
know.
that is an amazing thing. And you know
It's a
what?
beautiful feeling.
Yeah, queens need that more often
Hmm.
because they have worked very hard impersonating celebrities and just the art of drag in general. And these
Hmm.
big theaters and the way things are going now is what the queens really needed. It's about time that they get to live these extraordinary lives because they've done the groundwork. And
Exactly.
I'm just so happy that you are getting that. And
Thank you so much.
I know it's not easy because I know these queens and I know how even the social media can be towards us. But you know
Hmm.
what? I like the fact what is some of your best moments that you feel now? What are some of your best moments that you're doing these shows all over the world now? What are some of your best moments?
Um, Not to sound, I guess what, cliche. I think every moment is my best and favorite moment because it's all new to me. You know, I'm in a whole. I always cherished and valued anytime I performed and the things that was going on. I paid attention. I made sure I was always in the moment. But once I was
Mhm.
able to live the second part of the dream, where I could have the big old audience there watching me, um, I think all of it is because everything is something different. It's always a different feeling. It's always a different outcome. The number could be the same song, but the movement's going to be different. It's just everyone is special to me. I don't think I have one particular one because they all been like mind blowing to me.
Mhm.
Um,
I
Things
want to
I
say
never.
this here.
Uh huh.
I want to include Chad for just a minute. I
Okay.
know that you have a huge fan base.
Mhm.
Now, we know the internet is good and bad.
Mhm.
And now, what is some of the, you of course you're going to have these supportive fans, and then you're going to have people who support other Patti LaBelle impersonators.
Mhm.
Um, um, what are some of your worst fears? And have you had any really challenging moments with rethinking just the art of drag in general?
No, I haven't. Um, I still be mind blown that this has been my career for so long. My
Mhm.
job, I haven't been fired.
Jasmine, you would be my favorite coworker.
That's a good
I
thing.
haven't been fired. Um, it kept me afloat. It kept me, bills paid, able to do for myself, not ask people. It really kept me happy.
Okay.
It kept me safe. And Chad is one of my bosses. I've been working with Chad now for maybe 15 years with the Dream Girls Review. So I come
You're talking
in with
about Chad
the
Michaels,
illusion
Mhm.
and all these other, illusions and
Mhm.
stuff. That's where I come from. So um yeah, it's all good for me. I never regret doing drag to keep it as a
So
career. Some people always question it, like,
I
are you sure you want to do that? A lot of people that'll make it through or whatnot. But then it's like I like it. And I was moving fast in the drag world. So I already seen that, oh, this is gonna be your career. You're gonna really make it through. Just pay attention. When people tell you stuff, listen,
Yeah.
because I haven't been here that long, but everybody else been here 25 years. I'm only here 4 years. Pay attention. So I mean, I didn't have any bad. I had a really good drag career. It was beautiful from the gates.
Now, I want to ask a quick question. I saw Chad, he wanted to ask something. I'm going to wait 1 minute. How did you come up with I'm Jasmine Masters, I have something I want to say? How did you come up with that?
I
What
have no idea.
provoked you to come?
let me tell you. Let me tell you what happened. I was talking to a couple of girls online and stuff. They was asking about pads and stockings and will you buy this, will you buy that? And I was telling them this, and they was like, "Thank you," because I live here, and the girls don't really help us out, or we don't know how to get stuff. We don't know anything. So it just really bothered me that the girls wasn't helping the new generation out. When me
Mhm.
myself, when I was coming up, all I got was help. You know, from every
Mhm.
queen that was around. But if there was something I was doing wrong, something I needed help with, if it's a question, they was always there to help me. So I couldn't wrap my mind around like why nobody's helping each other. So after
Mhm.
talking to a couple of girls about it for about a week, I just said, you know what, I'm gonna make a video. And I just gonna say, talk about it. But I didn't never know what the title or what I was gonna say. I just said I'm Jasmine Masters and I have something to say, and then went from there. It was
Brilliant.
just press
Brilliant.
record and
Brilliant.
go for it.
Brilliant. Now, Chad, you want to ask Jasmine something, right?
so Yeah. So Jasmine, I've actually known of you for years. I actually go to LA regularly. I unfortunately have never gotten to see you perform live, but one of the favorite things that you ever did, which I love, is your Nene Leaks. That is like pure talent. I fucking live for it. Now, here's the thing. When you went on Drag Race, I was like, this bitch is gonna slay. She's gonna be in the top 3. And I said that twice. And you went home earlier than probably most people had projected, including yourself. Now, do you think that this has hurt you career-wise, or do you think that it, that it's actually even just making it on the show has opened up doors for you? Because my personal opinion is, if you like a bitch, you like a bitch. If she's funny, she's funny. It doesn't matter where she placed in an event, right? If they're talented, they're talented. But not everybody. I was a competitive figure skater, so like I understand how the worlds work in terms of competition. You're not always going to end up where you're going to be. Now, do you think that it's opened up doors for you or not, regardless of how you placed?
Well, it definitely opened up doors for me because if I never had been on the show, I never would have made it to London. So when people say, how do you feel like you didn't lose? You went home early. Well, baby, let me tell you something. I've been doing drag for years. I was getting paid $25, $50, $75, $100 sometimes if we was lucky. I have been working for chump change and making it for years. So if I could get on the show and they're going to pay me more than what I was making around the corner to do what I'm going to do in another state and have some free fun and free trips, I win all around the world, so it didn't close any doors. It opened a lot of doors for me.
Now, Jasmine, now that you said that, where do you think we should go now? Like I watched a video the other day when you said that the young children, they need a second career, which is true. But I do see an opportunity that the old school girls, even though they might be strict and kind of mad at the young children are getting all the spotlight, but there's a real opportunity here now for the old school girls to bring back these celebrity impersonation in these theater aspects, because that is what's missing, that you can do 6-7 nights a week and sell. You cannot, I love RuPaul, but you cannot sell that 6-7 nights a week to the average person.
No.
Now, what do you think these girls should be doing now?
Well, I don't know what they should be doing, but I do encourage a lot of the young girls to always find a character. I always tell them, let me tell you something. It's a lot of drag queens. Every drag queen is not a performer. Every drag queen is not an MC. Every drag queen is not a host. Every drag queen, can't go up there and sing a song, rap a song. And some drag queens just wear clothes and model. Everyone is not an entertainer. But I tell the girls, find you a character that you could impersonate, because that'll always set you aside from 100 other girls who about to do sublams on the floor. Because what I have learned from my coming out the gate early, my first paid gig after 3 years of doing drag, I never got paid at the door. I was able to keep some tips, but a lot of times I was doing benefit shows for the Imperial Court System because I was a part of them. So I was the benefit queen, basically. My first paid gig was me doing Tina Turner, Proud Mary for 5 minutes. That's when I was like, wait a minute, y'all really make money off this like this? I just did Rolling on the River. And I grabbed 3 people to be the background doo-wops people with me. And I made this money plus a good tip. Okay, character is where it's at. So I started looking more into Tina Turner,